G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and we're looking at some homebrew today. So you might be looking at the board thinking this doesn't look like Marvel, and that's because we're diving back into the homebrew scene. I figured it's the month of October, so there's a lot of Halloween type themes and stuff like that we can sort of mine into at the moment. So I figured let's try and do some homebrew stuff and maybe launch into some of the Halloween style villains from Marvel as well. So I'm hoping to get a couple of videos done this month, and we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed I should be able to get a really special homebrew one done by the end of the month with a big Halloween theme as well. So really looking forward to that as well. Fingers crossed I can get that printed off in time and ready to go. But in the meantime, we're looking at Castlevania. This is a homebrew world for Marvel United that's been put together by Nelly Nell. You've seen plenty of his characters and homebrews, villains and heroes on the channel as well. This is another fantastic one featuring some heroes and a villain from the Castlevania series of both the video game and also the Netflix series as well. He's taken sort of inspiration from both. The great news is that if you are someone who follows the Big Head Chibi's Patreon as well, they've started to make some really fantastic chibi figures in the same sort of style as the Marvel United stuff for this particular homebrew, as well as some others like My Hero Academia as well, and hopefully we'll show off some more of that stuff as well. But I'm really excited to show more of this stuff off because you can get some really cool models for this as well. And I believe the villain that we're looking at, which is Dracula, you can also get as a model as well. So let's have a look at him. We'll have a look at his dash to start with because it's nice and simple. There's no special setup here. If you were to play supervillain mode, you could get those tokens there if you were the heroes. And then if we flip around, you can see that artwork is inspired, I believe, by the Netflix series. We're going to be running a team of 3 heroes. So we'll just try and zoom that in. We're going to have 8 health for him to start with there. And you'll notice right off the bat that he's got a big track here, so he's going to be revolving around that. But let's have a look at his special rules and his BAM, which are sort of combined here in this section. So special rules, which is, as I'm thinking about it, as a homebrew designer, I'm thinking, oh, that's a good way I can save some space. Put them in the same box. But anyway, let's keep going. Special rules. When a hero is KO'd, increase the extinction track by 2. All right, so there's no activating the BAM again, or playing a master plan card down face down. It's increased the extinction track by 2 if there's a KO. Then we have here BAM, deal 1 damage to each hero in Dracula's location and increase the extinction track by 1 for each hero damaged by this effect. So he's going to be coming in damaging each hero in this location, plus sort of raising this up by how much he can basically do some damage there. So if there's 3 heroes caught there and he damages all 3 of them, then you're going to be going up by 3. So let's keep going. Overflow. If there are civilians or thug tokens that can't be added to a location, increase the track by 1 for each token you couldn't add. That's terrifying. Okay. Remember to take out the thugs and the civilians. All right, let's do it. And then, and by take out, I obviously mean rescue civilians, don't I? Yeah, of course. Villainous plot. So this is one way that he wins apart from running out of his deck or us running out of our deck. If he gets to this extinction track, so let's have a look. When this track reaches 20, we lose. He starts at the 0 here, and he's going to go all the way up and hopefully not reach this point here. So there we go, pretty simple. And as you can see, not a lot of special rules here, so this is a fantastic sort of, I guess, chance to show one of Nelly Nell's like more simple designs in that sort of sense, as he works pretty standard. He doesn't break the mold too much there as a villain. And the great thing, about Nelly's designs, he's got all sorts of different designs. He's got really complex ones that really change the game, and some that fit within the basic sort of mechanics of the game and work really well as well. So something for everyone there. So if you like your games not too complex, this one might be one to check out. We'll put the little yellow cube there. Now, I wouldn't normally use yellow for Dracula, but I'm hoping that will stand out. Although now I'm looking at my little screen here on the camera, I'm like, does that show up? Hopefully it will for you guys. Alright, so that's him. Let's go around because I did say he's very simple, but I believe I'm going to probably be making lots of mistakes because there's a lot of plates to juggle in terms of the henchman. That's right, this is one of those villains where the villain himself is pretty simple, but he's got a whole gang of henchmen, so all of his threats are henchmen. Let's start with, I don't know if I can get that to, I think it says Cho. So 4 health here. She has a BAM which deals 1 damage to all heroes in the location, and she can only be damaged with heroic action. So we have to sort of talk her around. Then if we keep going around, we have, I think this is Isaac. Is that right? Yep, Isaac. And heroes starting their turn in this location ignore any special effects on their cards until the start of their next turn. Oh, okay, so he sort of debilitates us, and you'll notice that there's no BAM here, so that's just an always effect. Also, Dracula can't be damaged as long as this threat card is active. Okay, so we have to get rid of him. Alright, remember that. Okay, so must get rid of all the civilians and thugs, must also get rid of Isaac. Okay, well, let's have a look here. What does that say? I can't quite make that out, but anyway, the glare. Deal 1 damage to a hero in each adjacent location. Okay. Oh, okay, so not here, but sort of hits him both. So if we're trying to get rid of Isaac, we're going to be copping some friendly fire, or not so friendly fire from Sharma. Alright, Shana? I think Sharma. Okay, then over here we have another one. Let me just see here. Arman, I think. Arman. And this is 2 damage, deal 2 damage to a hero in this location. Alright, that's 3 damage if you get caught here, and both of these henchmen are hitting you. And who's this? Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location, okay. Can only be damaged if there are no, so you've got to get, so the thugs essentially count as extra health for this guy. If there are no thugs in this location, and 4 health. So you'll notice they all had 4 health there. We've got one last one to have a look at. And this one says, BAM, discard the leftmost thug or civilian from this location, increase the extinction track by 1 if a token was discarded this way. So as long as there's anything in that location, he's going to get rid of 1 and increase the track. So he might be one we want to get rid of, but luckily that's our hero starting location. We'll put our health on the henchman cards here, and just going around as well, you'll notice the lovely locations here. These have been put together by Nelly Nell as well. We have, I thought this would be fun, we've got the Castle Keep and the Castle Main Hall, and on top there's Corpse Mountain, so I figure he piles up all his corpses on top of the castle. We've got the Belmont Hold down here. I thought that'd be a cool place to start. And we've got 13th Street and Crystal Drop. I don't really know what either of those mean in terms of the game or anything, but there you go. So we've got those ready to go. And essentially the mission is as standard, so we have to either rescue 9 civilians or defeat 9 thugs, or clear 4 threats as our missions here. If we can clear 1 of them, the villain will become under pressure and keep going faster, but that's on our way to clearing 2 of them, and once 2 are cleared, we can start to go after Dracula and try and take him down. He won't be vulnerable, he won't be invulnerable then, and then if we can clear the 3rd mission, we get a little bonus there by everyone getting to draw a card, but we may not have time to clear a 3rd mission. We'll see how we go. Well, let's check out the heroes. So the hero team, and you'll have to forgive me, and Big Head Chibis, my apologies. We'll just, first of all, we'll start with Dracula. So we're using Null. I thought he's a pretty imposing figure for Dracula there, but I wish I had some of the Big Head Chibis versions of the Castlevania stuff, but I just don't have them yet. But we've got a team of vampire slayers here. We have, I think her name is Maria. So I don't have her model, but I thought this would be kind of cool because her cards have this sort of pinkish, sort of purplish coloration there, so that'll hopefully help me remember. Now this one I thought, let's use goggles because she's got a whip, and our next hero is famous for having a whip. It's one of the Belmonts. It's going to be Richter Belmont, and he's got blue cards, so I figure I might just automatically start reaching for the blue character with him. And then, of course, we've got the red Belmont here. We've got Just. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm going to say Just. I'm going to pronounce it differently every time I say it, I think. But he kind of looks like he's got whips here with Omega Red. So those are our proxies that we're going to be using. And hopefully we can get some great Castlevania Big Head Chibius ones down the track. So very cool. Let's have a look at their cards. So we have... now Maria, I think Maria Renard, I think. Now she is going to be using her double wilds because she has no equipment. She also doesn't have any starting hand cards, so we can shuffle her up. She essentially is sort of like a wizard or a sorcerer, magic user, and she can sort of summon creatures. I don't know if they're like magical creatures or whatever they are, but she can sort of summon birds and cats and things like that to attack on her behalf. So that's what she's up to. Let's see if she gets any of that in her opening hand. We'll draw 3 cards. And she's got, well, you don't get to see the power here, but you can see a cat jumping through a portal, so she's definitely summoning a cat there. That's a punch. Oh, here we go. Sacred Beast Genbu. Okay. What is that? Turtle or something? I'm not really sure. But you cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. Okay. And here... oh, we've got 2 of these. Okay, Sacred Beast Genbu, you cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. Okay. Well, there you go. Not too bad. Considering these bad guys are all out to harm us, that sounds like a pretty good opening hand there, I guess. Now, we have a starting hand card here, and we're also going to be using less cards because we've taken the double wild out. We are using a equipment card for Richter. It is Richter Belmont. I can't just call them Belmont because they're both Belmonts. All right, let's go. We'll draw 2 cards for him. His starting hand card says, I'll just zoom in there, Divine Bloodlines. You may treat punches as heroics. So there you go. So I guess this punch could be a heroic if we wanted to start with. And then we've got 2 punches, or I guess we could use this as heroics. And we've got a wild. Wow, really versatile there. Okay. And we also have starting hand here. We'll shuffle up old Just. Let's call him Justin. All right. He's just Belmont. All right. 1. Just call me Belmont. 1, 2. Let's have a look at his other cards before we look at the others. So he's got a move here. He's got another move, but this one is a Spell Fusion. This one is called Spell Fusion Ice. So it gives you a movement token when you play it. That's the standard ability. Then it's got this flip ability which will stay in play. During a villain turn, you may discard a movement token. Okay, so you've got to have kept this token. You may discard a movement token and flip this card face down. If you do, you may ignore 1 damage. Okay, that's pretty handy. And he's also got this starting hand card which says, Successor of Fate. When another hero is KO'd, you may immediately move to their location. If you do, gain 1 action token matching a symbol at the bottom of their most recent face-up hero card in the storyline. Pretty cool. All right. And, well, let's have a look at their equipment cards here. So, Richter, he's got Vampire Killer. It says, use on your draw card step, okay, instead of drawing the top card of your deck, you may search for a Complete with Whip card. So that must be like a signature card of his in his deck. So essentially you can fish for those and make sure that you have them when you need them. And we will notice that in our opening hand we didn't have any of those, so maybe that would be good to use early on to sort of get that out and ready to use. And then we shuffle the deck and then turn this face down. Okay, and then we can get this back if we decide to discard a card to turn this face up. So we can basically damage ourselves to get this back. But this is our whip card. Now what's cool about this is that Just Belmont, Just, also has Vampire Killer, but his, because it works for him, is a different type. So use on your draw card step, and he's searching for Spell Fusion cards. So there you go. So they're both slightly different there. And if you watched the latest video we did, we had a big chat with Nelly and Andrew and Dave as well, and we talked about Season 1 and all the great stuff in Season 1, and with the introduction of equipment cards into some of the Season 1 stuff. We talked about what we liked about equipment cards, and I was mentioning that I particularly like these ones where you get to search for signature cards in your deck, so you can really sort of like get the feeling of your character throughout your play. So yeah, that's pretty cool to have those two there. I think we are looking good to go. I should just mention there's a couple of locations here. My apologies. Corpse Mountain says, when a hero is KO'd, move them to this location. So pretty much, I think we're going to be seeing that spot for quite a while, because a lot of these guys do damage, and he's doing damage. So I think this mission's all around doing damage to us, and I think we're going to keep getting put back over there, which could be a problem with clearing thugs and civilians on this side of the board. So maybe we need to be mindful with that. Then over here we have 13th Street. Villains moving through this location end their movement here if there are any heroes here. So they'll never bypass you. If you're here and the villain would have gone past you, bad luck, you get hit anyway. So that's something we have to bear in mind as well. And I'm sure I will forget about it. So we'll see how we go. That's one way not to deal with the special rule, is if you just forget it, then you don't have to worry about it. So we'll see how we go. All right, well, let's get down to the table and see if we can dodge this Dracula in our first Halloween game for the season. Let's get into it. Oh boy, there's a lot of different henchmen and location and villain abilities to be tracking here. So I'm glad that Dracula himself is fairly simple, if not very difficult. All right, let's find out. So see what his first card does to us. We'll flip it around and we will have a look. Okay, so, oh, he's not moving. Okay, so he's going to stay there. What does that mean for us? I think we're okay. Deal 1 damage to each hero in Dracula's location. That's fine. Increase the track by 1 for each hero that cannot be damaged by this effect. That's fine. Okay, so let's keep going around those. So, deal 1 damage to a hero in each adjacent location. This is 2 damage here. 1 damage in this location. We do have to get rid of this thug here. So discard a thug, and we have to push the track up by 1 because we did that. Damage to all heroes here. Okay. And then heroes starting their turn here get sort of debilitated. Right, we've got to remember to take him out too. Okay, so that's all the BAM stuff. We've got only going up 1, that's not too bad. But, here we go. Dracula, BAM. He's done that, but he's placing civilians 1 here. Oh, this is not too bad. There's 2 here. This is now very full, isn't it? Oh boy, that's very full. And unfortunately, he's going to place 1 here, which I've spoke too soon. We did push it up to 2 on the track there. All right, well, I guess that could have gone a lot worse, I suppose. All right, well, we'll start with Marie. I thought, let's go ladies first. So we'll draw a card for her. Oh, wow. Okay, she's got... Oh, man. Okay. Double Wild. She drew herself a Double Wild to start. So I was all geared up to play one of these Sacred Beast Genbu cards. You cannot take any damage, which could be very good. But, boy, coming straight out of the gate with a Double Wild could be amazing. I think maybe we should do it. You know me. I like to play with my standard mode. So... yeah, she might just, boy. I was thinking we could use that to sort of get this way, and we could maybe even take her out very quickly, because we could use those wilds as heroic actions. But we don't, as much as I want to get around here and get rid of him, and get around here, we also don't want... this guy's just going to be steadily moving up the track, isn't he? I mean, we could get rid of these, but if we get put over here and then we don't have anyone to reduce these anymore, he's got a steady supply of these. So I think I want to get cracking on him. So let's just take 2 of those off of him, and that will do us. Okay, now... oh, now, before we draw a card, do we want to get one of these whip cards? Or... you may treat punches as heroics. That could be good against show as well. Oh, that's very interesting. Maybe I'm not worried about this whip. We haven't drawn the whip. But maybe I'm not too worried about it because I'm thinking I might play this just to get this out so I can use it against Cho. Then the only other thing though is that after she's dealt with, there's not really anyone else that requires that, but maybe if we're having to deal so much damage to these henchmen, maybe we do want to be going for civilians, so it might be useful to have this out as well. Alright, I think, yeah, okay, well so I'm not going to use my cards, so we'll draw normally. Oh, well, yeah, I'm glad we didn't. Look what was on top of the deck. Whoopsie. Complete with whip. So, this would let us gain a punch token. If you only have one card in hand, gain 2 punch tokens instead. Ooh, maybe we play dangerously. And now I see if we take some damage to get this back, then that's helping us get to this stage as well. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I don't think I'm going to play that though. I think I will play this. Now the question is, do we set this up? Just, he's got a wild here he could use, and we've got a punch. So as long as we leave him 2, he could do some damage there. Otherwise I was thinking we could move over here with Richter with 1 and then do 2 damage, but then we'd need Juice to be able to do 2 damage, and he'd need heroics, and I don't see a lot of heroics coming up, so I just don't know if I'd be coming over here and leaving myself very vulnerable, taking some damage from Cho here. But it wouldn't be bad to sort of get cracking on her. Yeah, what's this guy do? Can't get rid of him unless there's the thugs are taken care of. Could we afford to take a bit of damage with Richter? Maybe. Maybe we do it. Because I don't think we're going to be able to finish off Cho. We may as well have just sort of finish this guy off, but maybe we could do this. So let's move across with a wild. We've got a single punch here though. And that can be used as a heroic, so we can do some damage there. And then this wild can be used as a heroic, and we can also get rid of that as well, I think. That could be alright. Yeah. I'm tempted to do as much as I can because I can see Maria doesn't have much in the way of heroics coming up here either, so there's not really many other options for doing much damage to her, so let's do that. I was thinking about sort of doing some extra damage here, but I think we'll leave that. Let's draw. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, if only we had the. If only we had. That's a double heroic. If only we had the a movement. We could have stepped in there with that, couldn't we? But if we play this, Maria can use it on her next turn. That's very interesting. But if we play this, we're not actually able to do much else with that. So let's not play that. That would have been good. We've got a Spell Fusion Ice card here, which is going to let us ignore damage, but not do much else. I think I'm going to put this Successor of Fate in. So now if someone else gets taken out, we can move directly to them and gain some of what they were leaving on their cards. So Just is going to play his Punch and his Wild to finish off Dragoslav, and that's one threat cleared, and there we go, one henchman down, and at least one less thing pushing the track up, I guess. We do have to bear in mind we spent that whole sort of round pretty much just taking out a single henchman. I guess we also did a little bit of work on Cho here, but we have to remember these guys too. And we have to remember Isaac too. Okay, well, and we have to remember that Dracula wants to have a turn as well. What is he going to do? He is looking for trouble. Oh, he's not moving again. Okay, there's no BAM. Dark Inferno, this is probably scary. Deal 2 damage to all heroes in the next clockwise location. Oh, with any... Oh, okay, well at least they're not all in the one spot. Okay, in the next clockwise location with any heroes. So none of the rest of these guys activate. So that's lucky. So actually, it's not she. Richter is lucky. He stepped in here, doesn't get attacked by this, and also doesn't get hit by this as well. So, wow, wow, wow. Alright, now technically I did forget to use this. What does this say? You may swap a card from your hand with one of your face-up cards in the storyline. I don't think I want to do that. Not really, nope. Oh, I could, you know what I could have done? I could have put this double star down so that Maria can use it. I wonder if I should do that. Yeah, you know what? I think I might. Let's put Successor of Fate back in. Let's put that in. So this is now what I've got in my hand. Okay, but now we get hit. So these guys both have to get hit for 2. I'm going to put Fusion Ice on top. I'm going to put the movement underneath. So Just gets hit and Maria also gets hit. But I'm going to leave her movement card here with the Genbu, so I can at least move into this spot with Cho. Wow, okay. Would have been good to play those protective cards, wouldn't it? Let's put these other ones back. So we'll put the Sacred Beast Genbu on top. There we go. Alright, big hit. 2 characters hit already. That's going to push up the track pretty fast if we don't get a move on now, or find somewhere to heal ourselves. I wonder if any of these places heal. Right, okay. And that was all it did. Okay, so I think we can move on. I think that's... No one actually got KO'd. It was just 2 damage, right? Now, if we get hit by something like that later, then we could be having some multiple track rising. Alright, so let's see... Maria, I think it's your turn. So, what do we do with a problem like... Well, there she goes. She's definitely... She's sensing she needs to use some heroics here, but you know what? Just has helped you out. So we're going to play the Sacred Beast Genbu. You cannot take any damage. Well, this will be alright. You cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, she can sit pretty there. She's going to move over this way, and she's going to use the 2 heroics, and we're going to get rid of Cho. Alright. There we go. That's another threat cleared. This says you may move to any other location. Oh... Well, since she can't be hurt no matter where she goes, we can kind of put her in a bit more of a dangerous spot. I wonder if I move her here. I mean, I suppose if we get KO'd, we come here anyway, but we want to get rid of this guy because these places are extra dangerous with him around. If we can get rid of him, then we can get rid of Isaac. And also, if we're here, we can start clearing this stuff out and get some civilians happening as well. I think that's my plan. Alright. I don't know what I'm going to do after that, but I'm going to move here. So we'll use that, we'll move over there. And she now cannot be hurt until the beginning of her next turn. Richter is... Oh, now Richter. You've got to complete with Whip now. So we don't need to use your Whip to find it. So we'll draw a card, a move, and a punch. Well, what do we want to do with you? We've got to move from her. What do we want to do here? I kind of want to do a bit of rescuing, but I don't really have the capacity to do that. I've got a double punch. I could just go in and start wailing on Isaac right now, I guess. I could move past Isaac and get to Sharma guy, whatever his name is. What will I do? Move. Should we make things a little bit easier for us. And what's just got? He's only got the wild, so he can't do much else there. I think I'm going to play the move, 2 moves, and just do a single punch. What am I going to do here? I really should be thinking about these locations. Clearing these locations out. Maybe we will just go for thugs as well, just whatever we can. I'm going to get rid of this thug on the way through, I think. And then, yeah, I think instead of doing damage to, who is it? Sharma. Now, do you want to get yourself one of those fancy cards, or do you want your Successor of Fate card out again? I think let's just go with this. So we'll draw a card. Oh, we get a move and a heroic. Oh, very interesting. I think I'm just going to play this. I'm just going to play that. Alright, so let's move this way, and we'll do a bit of each. Rescue and defeat a thug there. Now we can move to any other location. Now, what are the chances he's got another one of those cards in there? Because I'm thinking, do we just relocate ourselves to this spot here, and then we can really start doing some damage here. Yeah, maybe let's do that, okay? Hopefully he doesn't have another one of those cards. And speaking of which, I think it's his turn now. Alright, well, let's find out. What's he up to? Please don't tell me it's some sort of... Oh, it's a 3 and a bam, but luckily we got out of dodge there, so here he goes. He's moving 3, he bams, so he doesn't hit anyone. That's good. Now, we keep going around. So no one landed on him, no one started here, that's fine. Bam, hits both locations. We're being tricksy over here, we're trying to stay away. 2 damage here, 1 damage here. Alright. And no tokens go down either, so which is good and bad for us. We didn't get a lot of overflow, but also we need... Well, we're going to need more of both, aren't we? Because we don't really have enough of either type, I don't think, to finish off the missions. So we need him to start dropping some tokens at least. Maybe we focus on... I wonder if we... Maybe let's get rid of this guy to make the locations less dangerous, and then we can focus on tokens and stuff. Alright, so Maria has drawn herself... Oh, another Sacred Beast. This one is Suzaku, I think. Suzaku. Other heroes in your location may move to an adjacent location. Oh, and heroes in an adjacent location may move to your location. So I could move them out here to start working on Isaac. Do we need to do that though? Not really. We don't want them to start their turn in his spot. No, we don't want to do that, I don't think. Well, I mean, we could come over here, but I don't think we want to do that. Sorry, actually, what am I doing? So do I want to play that? I don't know if I do. Could do some rescue. You know what? Okay. Let's do this. Let's rescue. And let's do a damage. Alright. Then, because we've got the wild here. Then Richter, again, I don't think we need your whip card just yet. I think we'll just draw a normal card. We've got a single punch. And I think we bring out the big guns now. We use the double punch. We have to remember to keep some punches for Dracula. But we'll do the double punch. And I can use these as rescues as well. So let's do that actually. Let's... Yeah, okay. Let's do one as a punch and the other two as rescues, I think is my plan. So Sharma's left on 2 health here because we know we're giving at least 2 punches to Just with the card there, so I think that's fine. Then Just, he's got this one here. I don't think we need to use this yet because I'm happy with this, I think. Let's play this, and that will give Maria the ability to sort of move and use a heroic next turn as well. But let's just see what else we get. Oh, okay, we did get this, so this might change our mind. It's another spell fusion card. It's a bolt card. Okay, so during your turn you may discard a... During your turn, so any of your turns you may discard a movement token, and this one gives us a movement token, and flip this card face down. If you do, rescue up to 2 civilians in your location. Right. So he could do that. But then I wouldn't be giving a movement to Maria. I think I'll hold on to that for now, because I think I can get a few of these civilians this turn. So I don't really need to be playing a card that's going to rescue a whole bunch, because I think a few are going to be rescued anyway. I might wait till he might drop some more, I think. So let's put that one down. We'll do a move. This is with Just. So we'll move over here, but before we do, let's use the 2 punches to finish off our good friend here. What was this special ability? When a hero is KO'd, they come here. Okay. Well, we're over here anyway, aren't we? So we won't have to travel far if we get KO'd. And then... so that's the 2 hits. We do have a move and a heroic. This says you may discard a civilian or a thug from this location. So if we stay here we can sort of like reduce the chance of overflows. But I think I would like to start going this way. We'll rescue one more here, I think. Yep. Alright. Now we are going to be in danger of starting our turn here, so we'll lose that ability to use Successor of Fate or whatever it might be, I think, or any other abilities, potentially spell fusions, but hopefully the other 2 can maybe deal with Isaac before then. I don't know if we're going to necessarily be able to do that, but we'll see how we go. I do believe it is now Dracula's turn again, so now we have gone past this phase here, so Maria is now eligible for damage, depending on what Dracula does here, so we'll see what happens there. I think I've remembered everything. Yeah, I think so. We're looking alright here. Let's see what happens. We really should be spreading out, I guess, because the more of us in a location where he can hit, the more we can move this track up. But he's moving 2, it looks like, so I think we're going to get hit by, or I think, Just is going to get hit here. 1, 2. Yes, he is, and he's only got the 1 card. I don't think he's got any protective stuff at the moment. We put that other one that could have protected us away, so we're going to lose this spell fusion bolt. We're going to be KO'd, and that's going to drive the track up by 2. So that's we let ourselves get a little bit cocky there, didn't we? Now we keep going around. Got a big bam here, a little bam here. We're okay there though, and we do have to put out some civilians. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. We did want civilians, didn't we? Okay. Right. And yeah, that'll do us for now. This is going to be one of those ones, I think, where when I'm chasing Dracula down at the end, which I feel like is coming up fairly soon, we're going to have to be mindful of that track rocketing up because of overflows. So let's see what we can do. Maria, you're going to draw a card, and you've got yourself Sacred Beast Byaku. Okay, so that says double punch in an adjacent location and then punch in the Next location adjacent to that one, continuing in the same direction. Oh, I like that. So it sends the cat out and sort of like barrels through like a juggernaut. Or we've got that one where we can move characters around. I don't think we need to move characters around. And this one's got a heroic on it. So this could, well, we could really get a wriggle on with rescuing here too, couldn't we? So let's do this. We can rescue twice. I like that. And then there's only 2 more we need to rescue. And she can send 2 damage this way, so we'll damage Isaac twice. And then we, unfortunately that last one is sort of going to waste here. I thought, I didn't really look up to see, you know, because obviously we could do 2 damage here and then a damage here, that'd be great. Yeah, and actually that would be pretty good for blocking overflow, because this one is full up at the moment. Would that be better? Would it be better to just like, the only thing is we're working on this and we're working on this. I feel like, oh yeah, we're sort of risking things here, leaving these red guys out, but yeah, I think Richter can make some stuff happen here. Because otherwise, if she sends the bolt this way, we're not really doing anything to Isaac, and then I don't know if Richter and Just are going to do that much damage in one round. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so Richter. Speaking of Richter, what are you going to do, my friend? I think you're just going to draw a card. Oh, you got yourself another complete with whip. So we haven't really needed to use the equipment card yet, so that's okay. Well, I think we're going to need to use... Let's use the wild. Oh no, the wild won't get us there and do damage. Okay, we're going to have to use one of these complete with whips. So it does say gain a punch token. We're not in a situation where we've been damaged, so we're not going to get 2 punch tokens, but it is what it is. Let's move in and we'll rescue one guy with our heroic from Maria, and we will do 1 damage to Isaac. Now this is interesting. Can Just wake up and do 1 damage and 1 rescue, because then we will have put Dracula under pressure from the get-go. That will be interesting. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 for waking up, so we get the 3 and then we draw another one. So we've got a single punch. And what did we give ourselves? We gave ourselves a movement. Okay, we've got, oh no, we can't do it. We don't have a we've got a single wild. The wild, oh, we need, yeah, okay, so we would have needed, yeah, would have needed a bit more. Okay, let's see what we can do. We've got a punch, we've got a wild, and we've got 2 spell fusions. One's a fire, spell fusion fire. Gain a punch token, and then during your turn you may discard a punch token, flip this card face down, and do 2 punches in an adjacent location. That's not going to, well, I mean that could help in future, couldn't it? Gain a punch token. During your turn you may discard a oh, hold on a second, I'm starting my turn in Isaac's location, so oh, I can't use any of this fancy stuff. Heroes starting their turn in this location ignore any special effects on their cards until the start of their next turn. Right. Oh well, you know what, I think that's okay. I think that is okay. Because we could play this, but we wouldn't gain the punch token. Right. So no, we don't want to play that. Let's just play this wild. Let's play the wild, because then we can still do the damage we need to Isaac. I don't know what I did with that health of his. Did I put it away already? Then we also are giving a wild to Maria, and if she somehow gets a movement, she doesn't have one at the moment, but if she somehow gets one and she can come over here, or go somewhere where she can do a rescue, then we've put him under invulnerable, or vulnerable, I should say. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. We've completed one mission, and we are one rescue away from the other one. So let's slide these across. And so now Dracula is under pressure, but he was going to be going next anyway. So Just has got his cards there. Richter's got his. Maria's only got the one. Now what is this? Oh, this is another movement one. And we did have another. We did have another movement, didn't we? So you know what? Just might. Oh, where do we want to go? It's probably a good idea to go somewhere where we can catch him, right? But if I go here. Oh no, I can't use the end of turn. I was thinking I'll go here and then I can discard one and make the overflow less dangerous, but that's not on the cards, is it? So in that case, maybe it is best if I... Surely someone's going to be able to do some rescue before he gets to do that. So I think I'm going to move him here. Back to the Belmont hold, and that way we've got our bases covered, I think. Ugh, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know. Okay, so it's now time for Dracula, I think. Yes, let's see. Oh, alright. I'm feeling good, but also not so good. Let's see what we're up to. 0. Okay, not moving. Oh, feed. Interesting. Alright, so 0. He's going to do a damage. And because he's doing a damage, he's moving up the track. Deal 1 damage to each hero in this location. Increase the track by 1 for each hero damaged. Alright, so who are we going to damage? We're damaging Richter, and Richter will lose the single punch. Alright. Then, we go around. No, those don't damage us. All villains and henchmen who dealt damage, that's Dracula, gain a health and may go above starting value. Oh, now we're on 9. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Okay, but no tokens have been placed out, so that's good because we have what we need to do the rescue and we're not filling up the board, so that's actually not too bad. Alright, so Maria, we need you to get a heroic or a move here. Or even more would be great. Alright, what have we got here? Oh, a move. Okay, well that gets us started, doesn't it? Alright, but can we do... Okay, other heroes in your location may move to an adjacent location. That's not... And heroes in an adjacent location may move to your location. That doesn't help. I was going to say we could put the punch down and give a punch to Richter for the next turn, but it's just not going to be what we need to do, because we're giving Richter a movement, but he's not going to need that, but oh well. So she's going to move here. Oh, wait a minute. Who got KO'd? Someone got KO'd. And I didn't move them where they were supposed to go. I think it was Just. He got KO'd, didn't he? And so he should have been here. Would he have had enough? I think it's okay, because I think he could have woken up here and moved here and played his wild to do the punch on Isaac. I guess the thing about that is then he wasn't starting his turn in Isaac's location, so he could have used some of these special cards, but let's not worry too much about that. I think I haven't broken the rules too much here, so I think we can still end up pretty much where things are. So he moved across over here and then he moved over here using that ability, so I think we're all still good. Okay, he didn't get KO'd. She hasn't been KO'd yet. Right, so the only person who got KO'd is this one. That's the only one who had to go over here. Okay. So she's going to move in, and she's going to do a rescue, and now the villain is vulnerable. Okay. Here we go. Vulnerable villain. Okay. She can now move to any other location as well. So again, maybe let's just move back here. I don't really want to stand in these danger spots, but that's about as good as I can get, I think. So Richter, you don't need to fish for a complete with whip because you've already got one in hand. And we drew we would have got a punch token, but we used that punch token to do some damage, didn't we? I think so. That's why we don't still have a punch token. What are we going to do now? We've got a movement. I've got a single punch. I've got a move that can give me a punch token, but could potentially give me more punch tokens later. So let's go with the wild. Just that could help. Could help Just get where he needs to go next turn, maybe. Yep. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll just do a single punch. So we've got Dracula back down to 8. So back down to starting health value. Now I can move away as well. Maybe let's go here. And maybe that might draw him to us as well. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, well, let's see what Dracula has to say about that. He's going faster now, so every 2 hero turns. He's moving 1. Alright, so there's 1. Well, that's paid to Just being able to do much, but... and he's going to KO poor old... actually, this might be okay. Do we still have the... This could be great. Okay. So she's getting KO'd. I mean, it's not great, is it? But, you know, there we go. So she loses that card. It goes to the back. She's KO'd. She gets teleported to this location. But then Just can immediately... Immediately, when another hero is KO'd, you may immediately move to their location. Oh man, she's played a move. Alright, but you know what? That could be handy down the track. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. So, you gain an action token matching the last face-up card of theirs in the storyline. Yep, cool. Alright, so Just has a movement for chasing him down at the end. Alright, and now he's in that spot so he can do some damage. Cool. There we go. So she's been hit. We pushed up the track. Did we push up the track? I don't think we did. The track's supposed to go up 2 because she gets KO'd. I may have already pushed that up 1. I can't remember if I did, thinking she only had to go up 1, but I'm going to do that, so that's okay. And then he's going to put out bugs. 1 here. And another one, and pushing up the track again. Yikes. Alright, we're up to 9. Okay. But the good news about all of that is that now Just is in prime spot to do what he needs to do. So, alright Just, you've got a bunch of spell fusion, so you don't need your whip to draw them out. Here we go. We've got heroics and punches and all sorts of stuff. We've got a single... punch. We've got a punch and a heroic. We've got spell fusion wind. Gain a punch token, and then during your turn you may discard a punch token and flip this card face down. If you do, move to any location and draw a card. Okay. Or fire. Gain a punch token. During your turn you may discard a card. A punch token and flip this card face down. If you do 2 punches in an adjacent location. I think let's do that. So let's not go crazy though. Let's draw the punch token. Let's not get crazy and spend it by, using our move token, stepping out and then doing a fireball and doing 2 damage. Let's try and bank this for down the track. So now we have the move token, we've got a punch token, and we've got a wild and a punch, so we can do at least 2 damage here. That's not too bad, not too bad. And now because we're ending our turn here, we can discard someone somewhere. So let's discard from this location. And I think that's okay. And then hopefully we can trap him down the track with that. With having the movement and the ability to do an attack in an adjacent location, we can do 2 damage there. So that should be okay. Now, after Just is... Oh, Maria wakes up in the same spot as well. Love it. Okay, so she's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards. She's got Sacred Beast Byaku. She's got Sacred Beast Suzaku. She's got a... What's that? Wild. And she's got 2 heroics. Now, I'd love to use that Sacred Beast Byaku, but it's 2 punches in an adjacent location, and she doesn't have a way to move. So that's going to go to waste. Other heroes in your location may move to an adjacent location. And heroes in an adjacent location can move to your location. The move isn't that useful. Punch feels like a waste. Should we use the wild? Because the wild is like a move for Richter, but it's potentially a punch if we get a good landing spot. So let's just use the punch, and the wild will do 2 more damage. There we go. Yeah, okay. Let's save up that Byaku. And because we're ending our turn here, let's do that. Okay. Now, all right. I'm really glad that Dracula hasn't landed on these 2, which would force us to go into those spots and take a lot more damage. So, knock on wood. Let's see if he... Hopefully he didn't hear my my tactic just there. All right. What's he up to? Because it is his turn. Okay. Oh, he's not moving. Oh, but he is going to... Oh, he's going to bam. So does he hit each of us? Deal 1 damage to each hero in his location. Yep, so... now at least Richter's... Oh no, Richter's not the one getting hit. It is Just. Well, let's lose this one, I guess. Okay, Just gets hit. Maria gets hit. Let's lose the double heroic, I guess. Oh, you know what I've been doing wrong? It's not discard a card from any location. Or not card, thug. My apologies. It's from this location, so let's just remove 2 there. Okay. So I think we're supposed to push the track up twice, because we both got hit there. And then no, these guys aren't doing much. And then all villains and henchmen. So the villain who dealt any damage this turn gains 1 health. So not damage per hero, just 1. So he's going back up 1. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. He's back to 5. Okay. Alright, Mr. Richter, you need to get a wriggle on, my friend. Okay, so... we'll put that down there. No more tokens placed out again. Lucky, lucky. Okay. Righty-o. Let's draw a card. We don't need to look for a whip because we've got one. We get a single heroic. It might be time to pull the whip out because we've got a wild. We could use this move, gain a punch token and do a single damage to him. Is that worth it? Who's going next? Just is going next. Just is going next. And he could flip that card and do like a fireball. We've got the movement to get him out of there, so we don't necessarily need to give Richter just this movement. I feel like maybe let's hold on to this. Because if we moved, and then jumped in there, we're just basically gaining a punch token and doing a single damage. That's the equivalent of just giving Just this card, so he can just do the punch himself that we would have done in this turn, because we we won't be giving a punch to him if we just use that. So I think we'll hold on to that, and then if for some reason we can't take him out now, we might have the ability to chase him down and maybe even get 2 punch tokens out of that. So let's use these 2. So what can we do? What good in the world can we do over here? Let's see. We've got a heroic and a punch. We could move and punch, or we could stay here and rescue. I suppose let's go over here and punch. So we're working on this, I guess. And then we can move anywhere we like. So let's come back over here. Yes, okay. Or should we go here? Maybe let's go there. Okay. So we've moved, did a punch, and we've ended up there. Okay. Now, Just. What are you doing, my friend? You are going to draw a card. You've got Spell Fusion Ice. This might be the one we had at the beginning. You can ignore a damage, yeah. So we could use this to prevent damage. We do have a move token already. But I think let's put down this Spell Fusion Wind. Okay, so we can gain a punch token, and then we can spend a punch token to flip this face down. And if we do, we can draw a card. But I think let's put this down. So he's got 5 damage here. Alright, let's get him on the ropes at least, if not fully take him out. Let's put this down. Let's gain ourselves another punch token. Do we have what it takes to do it now? I wonder. Now we've got 2 punch tokens. We've got 2 punches here. So what we can do is we can do 1 punch, 2 punch. There we go. Now we can use the move token to move over here. Oh yes, alright. Just call me Belmont. Alright, alright. And we can, before we spend the move token, we spend 1 of the punch tokens to do 1 more punch, so that's he's down to 2. And now we flip this card face down. During your turn you may flip a punch token down, so we get rid of, I keep saying flip a punch token. You may discard a punch token and flip this card face down if you do 2 punches in an adjacent location. So let's do that, and then 2 punches, Shazam, and that is the 2 that we needed to take down Dracula. Woohoo, we got him. I like it. That was very, very cool. I really like the way that Just works with the spell fusion and sort of setting up. So it gives you a little bit of something, you can use that turn, but if you can be patient, you can sort of like, it's a bit expensive, right? You're like flipping a card down, potentially not giving it to your next player, and you know, that sort of thing. But if you can be patient, that way spend the token later and also flip this later so it's not going to hurt the next player because it's earlier in the storyline, then you can do like a really powerful effect. I like the way that works, and it sort of makes you sort of, every time you look at it, you go, oh, I could just spend this token now. If I just play this, I can just get this done. But yeah, it's really cool. It feels really good when it pays off, sort of thing. And I liked, it was sort of it was handy having Richter having this versatile card here with using punches as heroics. And I liked the Maria's beast cards as well, especially that Byaku one. That was really cool. Couldn't quite pull it off on that round before. But you can see when you can pull it off, it's a fun one. You can sort of imagine the blast coming through, or the cat rumbling through and taking things out. So yeah, very cool. It's a funny board layout we had here too. We were really able to make use of like moving to other locations, and then this one here drew you to this one if you got KO'd and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, pretty cool battle. I like all the elements that came together. The villain was fun, the heroes were fun. And that I think we got lucky with the villain too, because I'm pretty sure I was looking through these cards. If we have a look, we have Dark Inferno, deal 2 damage to all heroes in the next counterclockwise. So that was the other version of the one we got before. But oh yes, okay, there was only one, but I knew there was a card that had like a bunch of tokens coming out as well. And if we'd sort of been caught at the wrong time with that, when a lot of the locations were full, that could have really driven the track up as well. So yeah, Dracula's a fun one. Nice nice, easy one to get your head around, sort of thing. So yeah, really great if you're someone who likes the easier sort of, not easier, but less complex, less sort of like managing lots of different things going on. If you like those sorts of villains, but you're interested in the homebrew world, you know, there are plenty of designs like this that are really, really fun, and Nelly does a great range of those. So yeah, fantastic. This is a really fun one. So check it out, guys. Castlevania, really, really fun series by Nelly Nell. I highly recommend the Big Head Chibis figures that are coming out. I think we've got an Alucard, a Trevor Belmont, and a Cypher, along with I want to say at least Dracula. I'm not sure if there have been any other villains yet, but we've got a Dracula as well, so that's really cool. But I also did want to mention in the homebrew world as well, there's some folks that I keep meaning to talk about in the videos, and I always sort of forget when I'm talking about homebrew, but there have been some new people coming into the Discord and trying their hand at you know, artistry or game design and that sort of thing as well. So I wanted to give a shout out to, I think it's Dow, apologies, I'm not pronouncing that properly, but who's done a really cool armoured Spider-Man. I'm sure they might have done some other designs as well, but that's the one I've sort of noticed recently. They've played around and made an armoured Spider-Man version. And we also had, I think they're going by Beast Bites. Really interesting new artist has come onto the scene. He's done some great artwork for characters like Doughboy and the Leader, and there's some others I'm forgetting as well. Arnim Zola, I think. Yeah, so really cool stuff. And looks like they're about to launch into sort of creating some of their own actual villain designs and that sort of thing as well to go along with the art. So yeah, definitely check that stuff out, and I'm sure there's lots of other designers that have been sort of coming in and out of the Discord that may have passed me by, but you know, really inspiring to see all these folks come in and work together, and the community sort of like give them feedback and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, definitely keep going at it, guys, and I'll try and sort of show off the ones that I can on the channel as well. But yeah, some great work being done there. I think we'll be back next time with I'm thinking maybe we'll take down the Hobgoblin, or you know, at least try our hand at taking down the Hobgoblin. I thought that'd be a fun one for the Halloween theme as well. So I don't think I've played against him on the camera, so yeah, let's try that out. So yeah, anyway, well, thank you very much, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying your all your gameplay, whether it's Marvel United regular or homebrew stuff, or if you're getting into the new DC United Hush box and that sort of thing as well, or maybe you're just enjoying the hobby, maybe you know, playing other board games and that sort of thing as well. Let us know what you're up to. You know, feel free to sort of leave some comments on the videos, and let us know what you're doing, and maybe what you want to see as well, what, you know, ideas for different games and that sort of thing as well, and we'll see what we can do. But I hope you guys are enjoying it, and yeah, anyway, Maple Monkey out. See ya, bye.